बजने दे धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी खड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फाट लावली बजने दे धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी खड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फाट लावली बजने दे धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी खड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फाट लावली.
Oh, you guys caught me in the act. Well, I'm Crypto Man Run and I come to you live each and every day at 10 a.m. EST because I want to bring you crypto love all around the world. And when it's 10 a.m. in New York City, it's 7 a.m. in Los Angeles, it's 3, 4, 5 in Europe, and it's 5 o'clock in Africa. And I want to bring you the biggest news of the day. And that is, of course, that Bitcoin has smashed through the $50,000 level. And you know why? Because Michael Saylor is at it again. Yep, this time he's raising $600 million to do what? To buy more Bitcoin. Because everyone that raises $600 million just buys more Bitcoin. That's what people do when they raise $600 million. And that news was enough to get Bitcoin over 50,000, but just a touch over 50,000, and then we retraced back all the way back to 49,500. Well, today we may have some news of more buyers buying Bitcoin. And if you want to know who may be buying Bitcoin, you're going to have to sit and wait until the end of the show, because that's when we're going to reveal all of that. And then, of course, news on Ethereum, because this time we know that Ethereum is going over $2,000. Ask me how? It's very simple. It's all in the Grayscale numbers. And today we're going to see why Grayscale is gobbling up Ethereum like Pac-Man. They are buying everything. I've got the numbers, and I can even tell you who they are buying for. Yeah, I've actually got some news about which institutions are being bought for. And then remember our token of the month? Remember Cardano? And remember we had Charles Hoskinson on, and he said that February was going to be a big month for Cardano. In fact, he said something about liquidity, blah, 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 big exchange. You remember that? Well, according to my calculations, it is the 16th of February, which means there are 12 days left of February, and therefore there's going to be big news. And as Cardano is hovering under $1, is this like the last chance ever to buy Cardano for under $1? Well, who knows? And we're going to tell you all about that today. And then guess what? You guys tune in because I bring you guys the best guests. And today, I've got 3 guests who are going to bring you unbelievable big calls. In fact, not only are these calls, but these are calls that are backed by a ton of research. Because no one comes onto this show without actually producing research. It's not somewhere where you come and make hot air calls. This is the station where we back it up with fundamental research. And yeah, we actually post our calls online to remain accountable. So it's not just like, hey, here's the call, here's the call, here's the call. Here we actually post the calls online so that we remain accountable to you, our community. Because we want you to make profit. And speaking of profits, yeah, you guys have been taking profits, right? I mean, remember we spoke about this whole casher meter, Run's casher meter. Run says casher meter is on 35%, therefore 35% of your money right now better be in cash. Have you been taking those profits? And then today we also look at another scenario that may be happening. Now, this is huge. If this scenario happens, this is huge. But could this actually happen? Well, that's what you're going to have to stick around to find out. And then tomorrow I've got a very special broadcast for you. In fact, not only are we going to do our regular show, but we have a special broadcast after the regular show, and that is live with Tim Draper joining us all the way from Los Angeles. And then in other news today, I found out that 67% of the people that are watching this channel are not subscribed to the station. That means that 67% of you are not subscribed to the station. And if you're not subscribed, and if you don't hit that bell button, well, then you're not going to get the notifications. And if you don't get the notifications, then you're not going to know when we come on. And if you don't know when we come on, then you're not going to get the news first. And if you don't get the news first, you're not going to make money. It's as simple as that. And especially in this market, because this market is starting to get tricky. It's been going up and up and up and up and up. And today we could look at a scenario of what is going to actually happen. So what I need you to do is very simple. First of all, I need you guys to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button. And to make sure that we do that, so that we crash that 67%, because this 67% better be going down, I'm going to start randomly giving $100 worth of tokens to subscribers randomly that are watching the show. So I'm going to literally go to the subscribers list. I'm going to pick a subscriber. If a subscriber is a subscriber and watching the show, then I'm going to give you guys $100 in tokens. That is how serious I am about you guys subscribing to this channel. And then, what I need you guys to do, I need you guys to hit the like and hit the like so that we can share this content. When you hit the like, YouTube stops censoring the videos and starts sharing them. Now, yesterday we made an amazing video for you guys, but YouTube censored it, and so it just wasn't shared. So we need you guys to hit the like, smash, pound that like, comment, share the stream, and let's enjoy this 50,000 party. Let's get this show on the road.
बजने दे धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी खड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फाट लावली बजने दे धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी खड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फाट लावली बजने दे धड़क धड़क ढोल ताश धड़क धड़क भंडारा झिड़क झिड़क मल्हारी खड़क धड़क भड़क साली चटक मटक फटक साली दुश्मन की देखो जो फाट लावली.
Yeah, the market is flying. Bitcoin is over $50,000, or at least went over $50,000. Maybe not for long, but it went over $50,000. And that is an all-time high. And that is that level breached. And that means that Bitcoin only goes up. It means that stocks only go up. It means that shitcoins only go up. It means that Ethereum only goes up. And in fact, we've been in this raging bull market where for a long time we haven't had a correction. In fact, everything in the world can only go up. And yes, of course, this time it is different. The market isn't the same market that we had in 2017. I mean, if you think about 2017, in 2017 we had blockchains that didn't actually really work. We had Ethereum where nothing worked on Ethereum except ICOs or altcoins. And so, yeah, this time it's different. The institutions didn't really like Bitcoin. In fact, they wouldn't look at Bitcoin. We were looked at the outcasts and the misfits, and Bitcoin was seen as this internet money that people used for illicit transactions. And today you've got corporates putting Bitcoin on their balance sheets. You've got institutions buying Bitcoins. You've got insurance companies buying Bitcoins. You've got people like Michael Saylor raising debt to buy Bitcoin. On Ethereum, you've got NFTs that are exploding. You've got DeFi. You've got overcapacity on Ethereum. You've got Cardano launching with mainnet. You've got Polkadot. So, yeah. 2021 is different from 2017. But it's not that different. Because we're still in a position where there are tokens that are going up and up and up every single day. You've got projects that are not even built yet that have market caps of close to $1 billion. You've got pre-sales that are selling out in minutes, literally. So, yeah, 2021 is different. But remember that history doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes. And what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a lot of the same signs as I saw in 2017. I'm seeing a lot of retail investors walk up to me right here in this cafe, right here. People walked up to me today and said, hey, have you heard of this token? Pulls out his phone, looks at his phone and says, Akash. I'm like, yeah, of course I've heard of Akash Networks. He's like, well, should I be buying it? And when that happens, guys, you know that the retail mania is in. And when the retail mania is in, it can only mean one thing. It can mean that they're all here to make money. And if they are all here to make money, without actually knowing even how to pronounce the name of a token, let alone what the token actually does, then what does that mean? It means that we've got weak hands in the market. And remember what I said to you. When weak hands enter the market, it's all good and well while the market keeps going up, because then they keep throwing more money into the market. The problem is that the minute you get a pullback, these people are going to sell very quickly. And in particular, because they've never seen a crypto pullback and recovery before. And so yes, the guys that have been here for a while will say, okay, well, we'll just wait and we'll just buy the dip. But the truth is that we haven't seen a correction in a long time. And I want to show you guys this chart. That is the market cap of altcoins of altcoins excluding Bitcoin. That is effectively the definition of parabolic. And it reminds me very much of the build-up to the 2017 correction. And I'm cautioning you guys. In 2017, we did see extended runs, but we also saw much bigger pullbacks. We haven't really seen pullbacks. We've seen some slight pullbacks, but look at this chart. Can you see any real pullbacks here? I can't. And so I'm cautioning you guys that I think we're going to get into the territory where we're going to get a pullback. Does that mean that it's the end of the bull market? No. It's just a healthy correction in a bull market. But the correction could last a week, a day, a month, maybe even longer. In fact, I think because we're in a bull market, the correction won't be very long, but I think it may be very quick. And I think that some of these altcoins, the more speculative ones, may go down as much as 50%. I don't know if it's going to happen now. I don't know if it's going to happen in a week. I don't know if it's going to happen in a month. But I can tell you one thing. It is going to happen. And I want you guys, my community, to be prepared. I want you guys to have profits and to take those profits and to keep those profits. And I showed you guys in the past how I believe we should take profits. And I want to recap that with you again because I want to protect my community. So I want to take you to our portfolio, the portfolio that we've been sharing with you guys live. This is the portfolio made of all the calls that I've made on Crypto Banter, and I've showed you this portfolio. In fact, let me increase the view so we can actually look at each individual call here. So that is the portfolio. It's made up of Polkadot, Arweave, Polkastarter, Terra Money, Bird Money, Uniswap, Aave, and the list goes on and on and on. And if you have been following this portfolio, you would have been about 12 times up on your money. So in other words, you would have been 12x up on your money. What you'll notice here, though, is that hardly any of them are in the red. In fact, the only call that's in the red is one that I made less than a week ago. And if the bull market continues in a week's time, this one will also be green. So guys, it's important that you take profits here. And take profits from the youngest, least mature tokens, the ones that haven't got the network effect, where you've made a lot of money. Things like Bird Money, things like Polkastarter, things like Orichain, things like Option Room, things like AnySwap. Those tokens haven't got the network effect yet. Those are speculative tokens. Take a lot of profit from those, especially if you got in when I told you to get in and you're up 54 times on your Option Room, 28 times on your Bird, 23 times on your Sushi. Take your profits. If you got into Bird Money, when we got into Bird Money at $5.93, it's trading at $130, take profits. Take a lot of profits. Yes, you may lose some of the upside, but when the correction comes, and the correction is going to come, guys, you will have dry powder. You'll have cash in your bank accounts ready to capitalize on that correction. And if Bird Money, for example, goes back down to $60, and you can buy it back at $60, and then it goes back up to $200, you will be thanking me that you took those profits. So I know that not everybody likes to talk about this. In fact, I know that the clickbait and the YouTubers love to tell you about what the next token to run is. I'm saying to you, I'll keep bringing those calls to you. I'll keep telling you which tokens I think are going to run. But as a community, if we don't take profits, we're not going to be here for the next bull market. And so we need to take profits. Now, I've got a little system that I'm using to take my profits, and maybe you can use the same system to take your profits. It works in two categories. If you're still very bullish about crypto, then when you take profits, put 33% of those profits in cash, 20% of them into Bitcoin, 37% of those profits into Ethereum, and then 10% into Cardano, Polkadot, Chainlink, either or all of them. So you may be asking, okay, why have I done it like that? So the 33% cash is obviously pretty obvious. The reason why I'm putting 33% in cash is that if the market goes down, I've got 33% in cash. And in fact, I told you that right now, 35% of my portfolio is sitting in cash waiting for a pullback. I may miss out on 33% of the upside, but I'm going to protect myself on the downside. And as Ivan on Tech says, he says, when the market goes up, it goes up in stairs. take the stairs up and take the elevator down. And so the down is going to be much quicker than the up. And when that happens, I'm going to be sitting in cash. And I'm going to be picking up all the fruit. Now, it's not all about putting it in cash. In fact, some of them I'm just putting into the safer investments, the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, the Polkadot, the Cardanos, the Chainlinks, the tokens that I think that A, can really survive a bear market, but B, even if the market goes down, I don't believe that they're going to go down as much as the rest of the market. And so if the altcoins go down 50% and Bitcoin goes down 10 or 12%, I'm okay to have my money in Bitcoin and Ethereum and to continue riding the crypto bull market. So what's effectively happening if you take this strategy, we're effectively saying, look, you're trading out of your risky alts and you're putting your money into safer bets because you think the market is a little bit overheated now. When the market is underheated or less excitable, we'll move out of the safe assets and we'll move them back to the riskier assets. But now, because we think the market is heated, because we're in a raging bull run, and because we haven't had a correction in a while, and because we're all anticipating a correction, we're moving our portfolio from the risky assets, which is these assets over here, and we're moving them to these assets over here. Some are cash, some are Bitcoin, some are Ethereum, and the rest are the tokens that we think are going to survive a bear market and really do have the network effect. Let's say that you're slightly less bullish. And I must say, I'm a bull, and this is the strategy that I'm adopting. But let's say you're slightly less bullish, and you think that crypto maybe is not going to be as exciting as Crypto Man Ran says, and you want to adopt a more conservative approach, then take 50% of your profits and put that in cash, 20% in Bitcoin, 20% in ETH, and 10% into Chainlink, Polkadot, and Cardano. If you do that, your worst case scenario is that 50% of your portfolio doesn't grow. 50% of your portfolio 50% of your HODL portfolio sits in cash and doesn't grow. And the balance still sits in long-term assets, long-term positive assets that we're still bullish on, like Bitcoin, ETH, Chainlink, Cardano, and Polkadot. So you're still keeping exposure to the crypto market. And again, to me, what I recommend is that today, 30% of your portfolio should be in cash or near cash, 40% of your portfolio, maybe even 50% of your portfolio should be in the safer assets, and the balance should be in all the riskier altcoins, things like Bird. We do believe in those guys. We believe in those tokens. We believe they're going to work. But we think the market is heated. And we know that some of the calls that we made are speculative. And in fact, let's spend some time actually going through the individual calls and talking about whether these are going to survive a bear market and whether you should be taking profits. Because I think that's where the value is. So let's go through them one by one. Should we be holding Polkadot? Of course we should. Is it going to survive a bear market? Of course it's going to survive a bear market. It's the next big thing. I believe that between Polkadot and Cardano, one of them is going to be the next chain that competes with, takes on, runs alongside Ethereum. So we're going to hold that one. We're going to take very little profit on Polkadot. Arweave, very, very solid platform, has adoption, completely underpriced today, and so it will survive a correction. We hold money in this. Polkastarter, amazing project, but it's had unbelievable returns. Too much returns, too quickly. I'm taking profit on this one. Terra Money. Terra Money is disrupting the payment space. Terra Money is the most adopted payment app in the world today. I'm not taking profit on this one. Bird Money, speculative. We bought it at $5. It's gone to $130. It's done this very quickly. They haven't got real world partnerships yet. They haven't got adoptions yet. We are taking profit on this one. Uniswap, the most adopted decentralized exchange in the world, doing the most volume of any decentralized exchange. We're not taking profit on this one. Aave, the biggest DeFi player at the moment, growing and growing and growing. We are not taking a lot of profit on this one. Sushi, same story, not a lot of profit. Unimix, great token, but very speculative. No real world adoption, no network effect yet. We're taking profits here. FTX, we're not taking profits in this because it's established. People are using it and it's growing. Chainlink, same thing. Orichain, here again, we're taking profits. This is much more speculative. It is a great concept, but no one's using it. It's not adopted yet. Take profits. The graph. The graph is a fundamental part of the blockchain ecosystem, but it has run. Guys, it's had a hell of a run. It's run 5x since we called it. It's in January. Take profits. Pickle Finance. Take profits. It's a DeFi protocol. It is working, but it's not one of the major players. Bridge Mutual, $4, launched at 13 cents. The protocol isn't launched yet. We love this protocol, but it's not live and it hasn't got adoption yet, and so we take profits. Elrond, we don't take profits on Elrond because we think Elrond may have a chance to compete for one of the top 20 chains. We're not taking profit here. Option Room, great, incredible, unbelievable token, but it's run and it hasn't got real world adoption yet. We take profits. AnySwap, unbelievable concept, but not many people are using it. If you've made money, take profits. And that's the principle that I want you guys to work with so that we can actually keep our money. And again, I'm reiterating, guys, I'm not bearish. In fact, I'm a raging bull at the moment. I think crypto is going to the moon, past the moon, it's going to Mars because Elon's taking us to Mars when he takes the Dogecoin. But, guys, remember, markets cannot continue to go up forever. There may be another 10% up, 5% up, 7% up, but there will be a pullback. And the pullback will be over 30%. And when that 30% comes, guys, you want to have money. You want to have profits. So, as a community, I'll keep posting my cash meter for you guys. I keep posting it for you guys. I want you guys to see it. I'm 35% in cash. I need you guys to do the same. You may hate me as your tokens are going up and you FOMOing into coins because all your friends are making 10x's and 100x's. But be patient, because in a week or in a month or maybe 6 weeks, you'll thank me. So, with that, let's get on with the show. And I want to now introduce you to, in fact, before I introduce you to this, let's have some fun. Let's get one of the traders on. Let's get some calls. Then I'm going to introduce you to possibly what is the most important token that you guys ever need to hear about. Maybe you won't trade it. Maybe you'll just use it. But regardless, it's going to be the most important token that you ever use. So I'm going to bring in one of our traders. I've got Trader XO. Trader XO, welcome to Crypto Banter.
Hey, Ron, how you doing, mate?
Good. Is there an echo or can you hear me?
I don't think there should be an echo. There's a slight echo, isn't there?
Is an echo? Okay, I'm going to switch off. There's an echo, so I'm going to just switch off the echo on my side. And there we go. The echo's off. All right, Trader XO, great to have you back on the show. You've got some calls for our community to help them make profit.
I have indeed, Ron.
First question, though. What do you think of my thesis about an imminent correction?
I think you're absolutely spot on because Bitcoin is at resistance at 50K. I think there's potential downside risk if we can't close above 50K. And we know, look, also have had an extensive rally. The market's quite overextended. I'm not saying that there won't be continuation higher, but I think there is more risk to the downside. If Bitcoin can't close above 50K and Bitcoin drops by 3-4K, also pull back, that's the entry. I love the fact that you've talked about a 30-40% exposure to $1 because that's what you need. You need ammunition to buy back in the dips. Take some profit, guys. Pay yourself. Nothing ever goes up in a straight line.
Exactly. All right, let's talk about your calls because we need the community to make profit, to take profit. You can't take profit if you don't make profit. So we need to make to take profit, and to make profit, we need your calls. So let's get to your calls, man.
So, Ron, last time when I came on the show, DOT was at $6-7. We both smashed it. We called for DOT to go 3-4x. The other call that I made was TVK, Terra Virtue, which was 6-7 cents.
I remember.
That's not trade. Yeah. We smashed it, man. We smashed it. But yeah, so this time, I think the two calls that I have, and one I've been tracking for the last several weeks has been Atom Cosmos. I've even made the claim that I believe Atom, in terms of its price, will surpass DOT. DOT is a great project. Whoa. It's my favorite project. But I think Atom, in terms of price, just like Avalanche, AVAX, is gone higher than DOT. So in terms of price, I think it could be a decent play. That's my first pick.
Tell me why you're calling Cosmos. Why are you calling the Atom or Cosmos chain? What is it about this at $25.50? I mean, $25.50 gives it a market cap of like $6 billion, maybe?
Yes, it does.
What are you calling this for? And I'll tell you why I'm asking. Because when you make a call here, we record your calls on the Crypto Banter call page, so you're accountable. But we're also accountable to our audience to make sure that every call is backed by research and that it's not just a call. It's like a call, but backed by research. And we're about the fundamentals, not about the pumpamentals and hypermentals. So tell me what it is about Cosmos that makes you say that at a $6 billion market cap, it's still safe to buy.
Okay, so if you look at basically what Atom is, for me, there's three key projects, probably four out there in the whole ecosystem. You mentioned Cardano, you mentioned DOT, as these are fairly solid holes for the long term. You look at the projects that have been built on Atom, you've got Band, I can't remember what else. There's a whole lot of projects out there that have been built on Atom Cosmos. Now, in terms of comparability, you look at DOT in terms of parachains. Well, Atom also has something similar called IBC, inter-blockchain communications. Now, on the 18th, they've got the Stargrade upgrade, which is reminded that the Cosmos hub initially planned for the 28th was postponed to February the 18th. And also there's a launch of the Cosmos hub launch of IBC, which allows Carver to deliver Chainlink price reference data to Cosmos. There's a lot of integration, a lot of migration. There's a token swap, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, in the pipeline as well. So Atom is for me one of those mid to long-term holes in terms of real blockchains that's got a mainnet. It's got many platforms being developed on there. And I think in terms of price as well, I think it can potentially double in market cap if we're going to see a continuation of the bull market.
So let me give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. From a good point of view, I think that from a technological point of view, Cosmos is an incredibly sound piece of technology. And I think the tokenomics are incredible. I think where they don't meet Polkadot and Cardano is on the hype. And
I agree.
The hype needs to happen to create a community of developers and VCs. And today, what I'm seeing is the VC money going to projects like Polkadot and things like on Cardano. And that I think is because Polkadot has an amazing, vibrant ecosystem, which they've created. And I think they've done this because of the structure of the parachains. And when I look at Cardano, you've got Charles Hoskinson, who is a one-man marketing machine, second to none, because he's so smart, because he keeps delivering. And I mean, the guy's a genius. He's not only a mathematical blockchain genius, but the guy's also a marketing genius. I mean, Charles is everywhere all the time. The guy does an AMA every single day at 3 o'clock in the morning wearing pajamas. Now, I don't see the same vigor from the Cosmos community, and that's what worries me. And if at the end of the day here, the winner is the person with a network effect or the biggest network effect, then I hope that Cosmos has something up their sleeve.
Yeah, and I think if you look at in terms of the governance, I've been checking the Reddit forums. I don't unfortunately have the link, but one of the community was voicing that Cosmos does need more marketing, and I believe that is in the pipeline now over the next month or so. So there will be some heavy marketing coming behind the Cosmos project, which is long overdue. So hopefully that will give it more of a pedestal in terms of the market share with the likes of Polkadot. But I fully agree. Polkadot for me is the number one platform out there, along with Cardano and KSM. I am a Polkadot developer. I develop on Rust and Substrate, so I enjoy using the platform as well.
All right, next. So what else? We've got Cosmos. I do like it. And you know what? I think what we'll do is try and get someone from Cosmos onto the show and see what the plans are and maybe give them a platform to market. But let's move on to the next one because we've got a lot of calls here today.
Yeah, the next one is Terra Virtua. Again, for me, I think where it's at in terms of a 30 million market cap, if you look at what they've done in the bear market, they've come from nothing. They've invested in the project themselves. They've built a solid platform. They've got partnerships with Universal Studios, Top Gun, Godfather. I can't remember who else is there.
I mean, what the hell is going on with NFTs? I've never seen an explosion like this. Guys, if you don't have exposure to NFTs, you're not in crypto at the moment. You're not in the game. I've never seen an explosion like this. I've never been as excited about an explosion. I saw some crypto art yesterday, digital art. And let me tell you, if I was ever a skeptic about why anybody would want to keep a limited edition digital art, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a link on the YouTube description later on today after the show. And I want you guys to look at this art and then tell me that it's not cool to collect digital art. Because I think it's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. So if you're not in NFTs, you're not in crypto. And I think Terra Virtua, yeah, I think I agree with you. We're going to add that one to one of your calls. Any other calls today?
I think the other one is one of the major, so not in terms of gems, but I'm looking at some future projects which are coming up. So one of them is Public Mint, which is a DeFi project. Have you come across Public Mint? I'm sure you must have.
Full disclosure, I am an investor, and it was called on our show last week. But go ahead, tell us why you like it.
I just think it's just a game changer with their ramp on synthetic fiat, offering that gateway, and the fact that the FDIC insured financial, they give that insurance platform. And I just think in terms of bringing adoption to the bigger space, I think they're a perfect platform. They've been building for the last year and a half, 2 years. To me, it's going to be an absolute powerhouse project, and I see no reason why it can't break into the top 100 million market cap in the next few months. As soon as it,
I agree with you. I think that Public Mint solving a real world problem. The real world problem is on ramps and off ramps easily into fiat, and I think that solves a big problem. I think what we'll do is we'll wait for launch, and after launch we'll get someone from the team on. Let's go. Any other ones that are coming up?
Yeah, so Shadows. Shadows is a synthetics platform being built on Polkadot. Another one. I'm a huge fan of DeFi derivatives. DeFi derivatives and synthetics is where it's going to be at and where it's going to be in the near future as one of my main sectors to focus on. Watch out, guys. I think that's another 100x. When I say 100x, probably those of you who invested in the ICO, but even if you can pick it up on the exchange, if you look at all the other synthetic protocols out there which are established, they're all almost above 100 million market cap. I called Linear Finance at 6 million market cap.
Yes, I remember that.
It peaked over 100 million market cap. Yep.
I remember that call on Linear Finance. I think Linear Finance is a great project. In fact, I think anything right now on the Binance chain is, if you can get it, you take it, just because you're riding the hype. And we're going to be focusing a lot more on the Binance chain. Listen, Trader X, I don't know why it's been so long since we had you on, and I think we need to get you on as soon as possible again. So keep feeding us calls. We're going to update these calls to the website.
Absolutely.
Keep how they go, and we'll chat to you again soon, my friend. It's been
great.
Great.
Enjoy coming on, mate. Let's smash it again and have another great month. Love your show, mate.
Keep making money, my friend. Keep making money. We need all of us to keep making money. Guys, the next part of our show. So let me just tell you what's coming up. I've got two amazing traders for you. I've got Big Cheds, and I've got a real treat for you called the Moonwalker. But before that, I've got to chat to you about something very serious. And this is about a token that you may not buy it. But even if you don't buy it, this is going to be the most important token that you ever use. You're actually going to use this. So I need you guys to smash the like, smash the subscribe, and I want to talk to you about something very, very, very serious. And that is the picture that you see right here on the screen. And why that's so important is because I know you guys have this misconception that everything in blockchain is completely anonymous. But the truth is that anyone who's been in blockchain for more than a day can tell you that nothing is blocked in blockchain is anonymous, and that every single transaction in blockchain is actually visible, transparent to everyone. And when I say everyone, even governments. In fact, I saw a piece of software at one of the Swiss banks, and they used it actually on one of my accounts when I wanted to cash out, and they said, okay, we just want to check where the money's been. And they pressed one button, and it showed them from the time that we paid it out. It tracked it all the way back to the time that I paid it in every single transaction, and it calculated the total profit. And this happened with one press of one button. And so even though you think that because you're moving money around from place to place, that you think that no one can ever track it because no one knows who the address belongs to. If there is ever a link, even 3 links down the line, to your address or to your KYC, or if you've once subscribed to an ICO and then you've used the same address to receive money, that's it. Every single transaction that you've ever made is exposed, and everybody can look at it, especially the governments, and including the governments. And so that highlights a very big problem in blockchain. One of the biggest features in blockchain is actually one of the biggest problems in blockchain. The biggest feature in blockchain is that it's transparent and that we can see every transaction on the Explorer. But that's also one of the biggest downfalls of blockchain, because we can see every transaction on the Explorer. So of course you're now thinking, okay, but not really. I can use privacy coins when I want things to remain private. But that's not practical, because if all the transactions are happening on chains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, you don't want to go off the chain to make a payment. Imagine entering a DeFi contract and then having to hide your identity. You somehow you can't hide your address identity because somewhere there will be a link to your address. Somewhere, somehow. And with software today, people can track the link to your address in 10 seconds flat. Not even one press of a button. Bang, every single transaction you've ever done, where the money came from, when it was deposited. Privacy coins, they're not going to work. Privacy coins are being delisted by exchanges. They are losing network effect. They're not gaining network effect. I'm not saying there's no use for them. But if you think about the world in future, it's going to work on the big chains, on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, maybe on Cardano, maybe on Cosmos, maybe on DOT. And so what we need a privacy solution on these blockchains. Now you may ask, why do we need a privacy solution? In fact, isn't Bitcoin and used for all these illicit transactions? Aren't people that want privacy only using Bitcoin for illicit transactions? Well, the answer is no. Because let's look at a real world example. Say, for example, you are a company and you are procuring goods from another company and you want to pay them on the blockchain. You want to pay them using USDC, USDT, Ethereum, or Bitcoin. But you don't want your competitors to know who you're buying from, how much you're paying, and how much you're spending. Currently, you can't do that on Ethereum because the minute that you make a payment using the Ethereum network or the Bitcoin network, your competitors can see that it came out of your wallet if they can track your wallet, and they can track your wallet. They can see where it went. They can see how often it goes there, and they can see what you're buying. And of course, you can keep changing addresses, but ultimately there will be a link back to your address. Let's look at another example. Say that there's a fund, and a fund wants to invest in a hot new ICO, and it doesn't want its competitors to know that it's investing in the ICO. Currently, using Bitcoin or Ethereum, there's a record of that transaction, and every single person in the world can see where the money came from, how much was invested, and therefore they can work out what their competitors are doing. That's not really practical in the real world. I mean, that's not a practical scenario. Let me make it a little bit more practical, a little bit closer to home. Think about going to a Starbucks or investing in an ICO or, I don't know, buying any good or service using Bitcoin or Ethereum. To do that, you'd effectively have to expose your wallet address to the vendor. And so by doing that, effectively, this is what your coffee cup looks like. By paying with Bitcoin or paying with Ethereum, effectively what you've done is you've showed the vendor what your address is. And by showing the vendor what your address is, guess what? He can see the history of every single transaction that you've made, how much money you've got in your account, which ICOs you participated in, where your account is with Coinbase or Binance, and this vendor can know every single thing about you. Sounds scary, but that's the reality which we live in. Until the day where we enter Tornado Cash. And that is effectively, for me, one of the biggest applications that we are going to use in blockchain. And I want to show you what it actually looks like. So let me share my screen quickly, and I want to show you Tornado Cash. And then we're going to talk about what Tornado Cash actually is. So Tornado Cash is, in my mind, probably the most important application that we are ever going to have to use. And what Tornado Cash allows you to do is to send money anonymously or send transactions anonymously, but using the Ethereum network. So you're not sending a privacy coin. You're actually sending a transaction on the Ethereum network anonymously. And the way Tornado Cash does this is it does this in a genius way. By depositing money into a smart contract, the Tornado Cash application moves the money around into multiple smart contracts and effectively starts to separate them or to conglomerate them. And so what you see is you can see that the initial deposit is broken up into multiple other deposits and split up into multiple other deposits. And so what you get when you deposit is you get what they call a secret. And your secret is effectively your password to unlock or to pay the money that you deposited into the smart contract. So say I want to pay you money. I deposit money into Tornado Cash. I get a secret. And when I want to pay you, I reveal the secret and I ask for an amount to be transferred to you. And effectively, by doing that, I make a withdrawal. Now, I can make a withdrawal into two places. I can make a withdrawal into my own wallet or into a relayer, which is effectively an address that is set up to further hide the transaction. And so you've got a system where you can make payments on Ethereum without exposing your address. Now, this is not a little kiddie protocol that was just launched. This is a protocol that's been in development for a long time. The developers are all hard-hitting developers, and they've got the backing of Vitalik Buterin. In fact, these are all the tweets where Vitalik Buterin has spoken about this project and said that he's even used the project. And to make this even better, the whole protocol is decentralized. And the developers of this protocol had a ceremony where they destroyed the keys to the protocol, which means that there is no way to access who put money or where, or to backtrack or to unravel this protocol. And so effectively, you've now got a way where you can transact with Ethereum cheaply, privately, but not lose the order trail, which you so badly need. And so every time you go to Starbucks, you don't expose your entire account to the coffee guy or to the barista who's serving you your coffee. And guys, I don't know about you, but when I heard about this, this is, for me, today, the most exciting application in blockchain, because every time we do a transaction, we're revealing our entire history to the receiver of the funds. Absolutely crazy. And I don't know about you, but I'm certainly going to be using this. And I wonder if our next guest is going to be using that. And that is, of course, Big Cheds. Big Cheds, what do you think? Are you going to be using Tornado Cash?
Well, you've presented a very compelling case, my friend. You know, I'm ready to get whirled up into the tornado, so to speak. So yeah, it sounds pretty good. We need to find ways to make this technology more practical and usable on an everyday basis. And it sounds pretty good, but it's out of my wheelhouse. So you know, you're hitting me with a tough question here, brother.
But let me ask you, Cheds, I mean,
Yeah.
if you transfer money to an ICO or you transfer money to anybody, are you not worried that they're going to track your entire history on the blockchain?
I mean, they can do that. It's pretty pathetic. My history is not very good, so they can have fun with that. But those are valid concerns. You have to find a balance between privacy and usability and all that. So they're really interesting questions, and it's good to see that there are entrepreneurs and visionaries in this space trying to solve those issues.
Amazing. All right, let's talk about this. What are we looking at today, my friend? First of all, is this pump going to go over 50,000? Is this like the green candle of green candles that breaks us and takes us all the way through?
You know, we're in a steady, slow grind. You know, we could drop to 47, 48. You know, it depends on your time horizon. It's really hard to time these moves. You know, you could buy in the 50K break and you got shaken out. You have to understand the big money is going to find a way to trigger your stop loss no matter what. So a lot of times you see like a key level broken, people enter longs and then it drops, they get liquidated. People enter shorts and it bounces. So you got to kind of understand the game is set up to separate you from your money. And you have to kind of be like that second or third level poker where you're trying to figure out what the guy's thinking about, what you're thinking about, you know, and that has to be your approach.
All right, so you're saying you're not that bullish that this is the bounce that's taking us over 50,000. You kind of want the Bitcoin to break right through, right?
Well, I'll show you the chart. I'm uber bullish. I've been bullish for a long time.
Show me the chart.
Yeah, let's
chart speak, my friend. Chart speak. I see that there's a comment here that says 2,000 people watching. Smash the likes, everyone. Let's see how many likes we've actually got here.
Bullish for a long time.
Show me the chart. I've got 2,000 people watching and 1,000 likes. I don't know what we're doing wrong, Cheds, man. I don't know if it's your mask or if it's me or maybe it's a content, but we must be doing something wrong. Come on, guys, smash the like. Help us out. Let's get this all going. All right, yeah. Cheds, talk to me.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for having me and hit that like button. I have the mask for privacy. I'm also pretty ugly. People ask me about that. So daily chart's been beautiful. We're just grinding higher. We are just below, 50K, but that's fine. It's really about continuing to make a series of higher highs and higher lows. If you want to, pick your time frame, you can go weekly and you can talk about just kind of a steady grind up, upper Bollinger, EMA 8 support. But really here in the daily chart, a lot of people use the daily chart for swing trading. Beautiful EMA 8, that kind of exponential moving average support. Of course, you want to definitely identify, you want to be ready for scenarios. You're definitely looking to aggressively buy on a kind of a dip back to that prior broken resistance. I just don't know that we're going to get there. We're developing a very nice kind of cluster of support vis-a-vis this consolidation here, 46, 47. every time we kind of hit that like big psychological number, you get that big volatility. We go like a 5-minute chart. We can see kind of this crazy volatility. This is just to liquidate everybody's stop loss. There's just no way to play it like that, you know. And a lot of times you see kind of the initial first move, it kind of tips its hat. We're going to go up. Then you kind of come back down. You kind of catch a bid. You know, it's a 5-minute chart. I really don't recommend that, but what you see is a continually grind higher. It's just a steady play for me. I think you should be looking to accumulate on any dip. We look right here. People really started to panic. I think it was yesterday. And all we did was pull back to our exponential moving average support at that 8 EMA.
Because
I think
we haven't had a pullback, Cheds. We haven't had a pullback in a while. Everyone's waiting for this pullback.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm expecting a massive pullback in alts. I'm expecting 30% in alts. And I'm expecting it like...
Why?
Because we've been going up too fast, too quickly.
Yep.
Everybody's making money without knowing what they're investing in.
Yeah.
Those are weekends which are over leveraged because stonks only go up. Crypto only goes up.
Yeah, I hear you, but I felt that yesterday. I put out a tweet and I said, you know, we feel like we're due for a pullback. We just had it. When you have these kind of mini shakes within the channel, let's pick a couple alts just for fun, like DOT. I mean, DOT, yeah, it's keep running, but look what you did. You went 29 down to 23, and now you're back up. So you're getting these moves that help you kind of reset things on lower time frames, like on DOT, for example. You can look at your lower time frame. You did like a full reset down to almost sub 30 in that 1 hour RSI. So when you have these really strong uptrends that are respecting prior broken resistance and just turning it into support, you like this chart could just keep going. There's no reason this chart has to stop just because it's been bullish. That's not a reason. It's consolidating. When you have a nice clean consolidation while you're churning, even Uni's pretty good. It's a little bit weaker, but boom, right back to that MA20, that 20 period moving average, and presumably probably continuing higher. EOS a little weak, you know, maybe you get to pull back to that 380 range. You know, you want to identify key levels, but I don't think you need,
are we really talking about EOS? I mean, is that still a thing? Is EOS still a thing?
If people putting money into it, if people are tweeting about it, people are talking about it, I'm going to cover it. I don't care what it is. It could be anything. It could be lingerie. It could be lingerie, ring fighting or whatever. But, you know, if there's action, it's interesting to me. Even something I don't like XRP or TRX, if there's action, it's price action. You know, that's all that matters. So I don't think we need a 30% pullback.
Give me your top three, because I've got another group which I really want to get on the show. We've got the Moonwalker next, and the Moonwalker is bringing us some big calls. And these calls are backed by research, man. Backed by research. I see in the comments here, Sam James says, people love hopium. Yeah, we love hopium in a bull run. I also want to give you guys the reality. Come on, let's be realistic here. Craig Clark says, run, put some of the 35% cash back in. No chance, man. No chance. I'm gonna stick with my guns here because I was around in 2017. Cheds, your top three picks. What are you buying?
So what I'm buying is on a dip. I'd say Link. If I get another dip to like the $27 range, I would definitely identify that as Link. And by the way, say hi to Moonwalker for me. I would probably look to buy another dip on DOT, maybe EMA 8, or maybe get another bite. Just look for another bite of the apple. If you think you missed your entry, look for a prior support level that was tested and held. Look to initiate your trade there. So I'd say DOT.
What's your level on DOT?
I would look to buy it like $23. I mean, I don't know if I'd buy. You could buy it like right here at the EMA 8 with a tight stop loss, but I'd look for a value buy, you know, 23.4. Just be prepared if there's another shakeout. You don't want to buy now after the bounce. You don't want to buy in the middle of the move. You want to be ready so you don't panic. I mean, look at this. It's just a beautiful entry on Uni. If you were just waiting for it, you got that beautiful entry right there, that $16, $17 range. So I would look at that Uni again, $16, $17 range. Yeah. So,
I mean, Uni is incredible. When they sort out the gas fees on ETH, Uni is going to be, I mean, the moon is not, I mean, they're going on the first flight to Mars with Elon. It's as simple as that.
That's awesome. So look, stay fresh, stay ready. Don't panic. Hit that like button and spread the love.
We got Moonwalker. Moonwalker, are you with us, man?
What's up, man?
Yeah, you got Moonwalker, Cheds. How you doing?
Hey,
What's up?
Great. Just
What's up,
listening
brother?
to your stuff. I have to come down from your tornado shill because, man, I'm excited. You got me scared there.
Cool, Cheds. We'll let you go. Thank you, my friend. Always good to see you, brother. Always giving us love and insight and all the good things. Stay healthy, stay well, my friend. I'm very excited about this next segment, and that's because we have a new guest on the show. This guest is full of research. He's full of calls. In fact, he even brings his own slides. I want to show you how cool this is. And today we're going to get insight as to how these things all work. And we're going to get an insight into the diamond, the Moonwalker, moon ranking, diamond, gold, silver. So much to talk about. Moonwalker, tell me about what I'm looking at here. What are those diamond, gold, silver things?
Yeah, well, I just try to bring like a quality table for all the altcoins to see. So because a lot of the new investors, they see all the coins and they get confused. They cannot separate between them. And I wanted to have like a Michelin guide for all the coins. And I have to be very strict to myself, because when the coins don't perform well, I have to kick them out. And I try to be very objective and not fall in love with my bags. And it's been running pretty good so far. I mean, my best return has been a 49x. And I have a few 40 to 50x since I've listed them on my moon ranking. So yeah, going back to your statement about the market heating up, it's pretty crazy. I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is. It's time to heat up. And I think anyone that doesn't say that it's there may be a pullback is because they haven't been here long enough. And,
yes, but I have to disagree on one thing. First of all, your profit taking sheet is brilliant and it's really clever. Really like it, but I don't think we can compare this bull run to the 2017 bull run, because we have a few things now that we didn't have in 2017. First of all, in 2017, all we had was Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we had a bunch of very lame ICOs that didn't do anything, didn't deliver anything. And now we have like the whole DeFi space where we have billions of dollars locked in DeFi. And that is also something that the new projects in DeFi, they found ways to lock the capital in liquidity pools and use these pools for other things like Polkastat is doing, like Pools is doing, like
I agree with you 100%. And that's why when I started that segment, I said,
yeah,
it is different this time. But the market cap is also 2x what the market cap was at the peak of 2017 bull run, number one. And remember that the reason why I'm calling for a pullback is not because I don't think that the things are at fair value, but I think that the human behavior is the same. And I think that we're getting weak hands coming into crypto for the wrong reasons and investing in things that they know nothing about. And usually when that happens, the minute there's a 10% pullback, they're going to panic out. And that's what's going to cause the correction.
I agree and I disagree at the same time. Yes, okay, we will get weekends, but I don't think this is about retail anymore. I mean, we have people like Michael Saylor, we have Tesla, they are all buying Bitcoin right now. And it's only a matter now, Grayscale is buying Ethereum. And if they see our charts, if they see your returns, if they see my returns, if they see 20 to 100x returns, they will come with their big money and they will want those returns, and they don't have weak hands. They will hold and they will buy any dips, and retail is just not a factor anymore.
Okay, I think you're right. I think that I am calling for a correction. I'm not saying that it's going to be a bear market. I'm just saying it's going to be a healthy pullback in a bull market. But I mean, that time will tell. Let's get the show on the road. I really want to try and understand the coins that are currently in your diamond sector are COTI, UTK, Orionprotocol, and EGLD.
Yes.
Okay,
I think those are just the best projects there is, because you will notice I don't have like Bitcoin and DOT and all this stuff. So I try to find projects that have like the highest quality, but they still have a way to go up. So I need to find a balance that the project must be nearly perfect, but at the same time underrated. And that's very hard to find. And you mostly won't find it in the top 10.
I agree. If that's your methodology, I mean, I think Elrond is, it's trading at about 1/8 of the market cap of Cardano and of DOT. Yeah. And from a functionality point of view, I mean, A, they've got the Maya wallet. B, the blockchain works like a beast. C, it is decentralized. I think that's amazing. The one that baffles me a little bit is COTI, because great team, good tokenomics, team keep delivering, real world adoption.
Mm-hmm.
But the token, you're talking about a token that can't really fly. I mean, it hasn't, if you look at that compared to the rest of the market, it hasn't done what the rest of the market has done.
That's true. That's true. There hasn't been like this major run up. I think COTI will gradually just grow and grow and grow, because they just have such a clever strategy, because they go on all the high risk merchants, all the online gambling casino sites, and they will just bring them all on their chain. But you have to know that COTI is like, I think, the first crypto project that has a $1 billion client on chain. So it's not some fancy partnership where they just put the logo somewhere. So this is the merchant traffic.
Real world adoption in Bitcoin. Real world adoption in Bitcoin. I mean, you can say it whichever way you want. This is a protocol that's actually got real world adoption in Bitcoin, in crypto. Yeah, let's talk about some new calls. I mean, I know you came on today and you said you may have some new calls, and we can come back to this list. I'm just looking at our time, and I want to make sure that we get all the new ones on.
I mean, there's one thing I just want to share. It's not new, but I don't know why no one is talking about it, and that is Orionprotocol.
Okay, tell us why.
Because when you look at Uniswap, that's Orion. Yeah, when you look at Uniswap, it basically brought the whole decentralized exchanges to the next level. It just exploded the whole DeFi space. But what Orion is doing, it will change the way that we trade. It will completely change the way. You will have one terminal. You will have your own keys. You won't have any exit scams from centralized exchanges, and you can trade everywhere. You can trade on Uniswap, you can trade on Balancer, you can trade on KuCoin, you can trade on Binance. And not only that, it will also find you the best price for each pair. And on top of this, you also have 16 revenue streams, and most of those revenue streams will go back to Orn holders, the token holders. So you also make money while just holding the tokens. And they have the brokers, those are the ones that like handle the traffic, handle the volume, and they have to have, I think, 30% or so of their volume in Orn tokens. So I think this is going to go absolutely crazy.
So this is a full service. I don't know if you want to call it a DeFi suite but you got a full service. You got a full service suite there. And if you look at it, the market cap is about $100 million. Tokens trading at about $6.40. It hasn't had a crazy run like all the other tokens.
I mean, yet. I called it at 2.5 million, so it had a crazy run, and I'm still holding. I'm still buying. But I think, I'm still buying. But I think this will go to top 20 easy.
Wow. Okay, that's a huge call. That's a huge
because you have to know it's not an exchange. It's something that taps into all the liquidity streams everywhere.
It's a full service crypto platform, if you want to call it that. Yeah. Okay, so that's one of your calls. I think it's a great call, and I'm going to get our producer Neil to actually record that call on the website under yours. What else are we looking at?
Yeah, you already showed the sheet, Fractal.
Yes.
You talked about privacy and all that stuff, and everybody knows that our data is being like spied on, taken, and it's time that we find solutions that how we can handle our data, and they are working on this so that you have control of your data. So it's like an open source protocol. They are also supported by a German government fund. They already have 140K users in their own Fractal ID solution. They are very close to Ocean Protocol. And
I don't know. I must say, I don't know what this project actually does. So maybe just give us a little bit more about what Fractal actually does.
So like when we now go to a site, we give away a lot of our data. We give away all the browser data, all the things they take it from us, and we don't get anything back. And this is like something that protects your data, and you can decide. You can even sell your data. You can even make money with your data because you have the opportunity to give it away when you like. So it's like a privacy suite. I
see. Okay, so it's a privacy suite. It's a privacy suite for your data. Are they in mainnet? Are they in testnet? Have they developed?
They are absolutely under the radar. They are upcoming. They will have a launch in February 25. So it's in like 10 days. But it's going to be huge. It's going to be built on Polkadot. They have, as said, they have Ocean Team very close to them, and yeah, I think this is going to be a very, very good project.
Amazing. All right, let's talk about the third one that you got for us.
Yes, what's the third one? Yes, this is just pure hype, and this is going to be wild. This is Polkamarket. It's a DeFi powered gamified prediction market, also built on Polkadot. They already got a partnership, as you can see, with Cardano network. They already have 50K plus Telegram members, 50K plus Twitter members. Their sale was closed with over 80 million in interest, so 110x oversubscribed. Yeah. And we all have seen what happened to Polkastarter, and I think this may even pull a much bigger run.
Yeah, but I guess it's probably too late to get it now. You have to wait. You have to wait for it to come.
For the private sale, yes, the IDO is February 24th.
Okay, so there is an opportunity. IDO on Polkastarter, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so if you're on Polkastarter, this may be an excellent one. I mean, I must say, I've seen so much hype about this one that I think this one's going to do, a couple of 100x. I mean, it's as simple as that.
I agree.
All right, we've got 1 or 2 more minutes. I just want to go through your gold ones. So we've looked at the diamond ones. Talk to me about 1 or 2 of the legendary gold ones, the ones that you think are amazing.
Then I would talk about Neuer, Syntropy. It's right in the middle.
Yes.
Because
we've had them on the show. I think that's
yeah.
They're reinventing the internet. Well, not reinventing. They're building a protocol on the internet which makes the internet more efficient.
Yes, exactly.
And more decentralized.
Yeah, it's not inventing the new internet. It just makes it better. Every time I see a stream where the picture is starting to show blurry, strange images, I'm thinking about Neuer. I'm thinking I need more Neuer. So yeah, exactly. because who doesn't need a faster internet?
Yes. Okay. Give me one more before we go.
One more. Let's talk about Linear.
Okay. Oh, Linear on the BSC chain. Ooh, hot topic.
It had a huge run. It's already 100 million cap, but you have to know it's on Binance chain, and the guys from Binance, they are geniuses. They don't just do it like Ethereum. Yeah, everyone can come and build. So they are pushing their projects. They did it with Traveler, and now they're doing with Linear, and they will push it very hard. And I think it's going to be huge. They also have this synthetic asset ecosystem with Huobi and a lot of partnerships, and it's just such a beautiful site. You have to go on it. It looks amazing, and it's faster. Yeah.
Let's do this. When you're going to make shuffles on the Moonwalker lists, let us know about it, because then I think we should do it here on the show, because I love this. I think we need more time though, and we need to dig deeper into the projects. And I think next time on the show, we'll make lots more time, because today we are completely out of time, my friend.
Sure, man. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. It's been amazing. I think your research and your calls are amazing. We are definitely going to have you on, and we're going to do it again soon. I can see my producer sitting here, and he's nodding. He's saying, yes, get him on again. Get him on again.
It was a pleasure. Take care.
Thank you, my friend. And guys, that is it for today. The end of the show, the end of the 50,000 party, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure hosting you guys today. I'm going to be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. And don't forget that tomorrow we have a special stream for you with Tim Draper live at 12:30 EST, and we will drop a link here for you guys today. Guys, if you are trading there, make money and trade well, my friends. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place.
Crypto Banter is a social podcast for entertainment purposes only. All opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers should not be construed as financial advice. Views expressed by guests and hosts do not reflect the views of the station. Listeners are encouraged to do their own research.